Yes, it is a beautiful, beautiful, beautiful Monday morning, and you are specially welcome to Afenya Media. This is from the papers. My name is Dumevi Kwame Apollo. It's a review of the newspapers for today, Monday, June 30, 2025, and you are specially welcome. We are doing this from our studios in Sogankope, just behind the Icon filling station in Alavanyo. We cater for all your live streaming and video production needs, and also as a media house, we continue to bring you news and other reportage, undiluted and very objective ones, of course. And so don't hesitate to always check on our channels here on Facebook, Afenya Media, on YouTube, Afenya Media, on TikTok, Afenya Media, just everywhere, just search for Afenya Media and we are there. I'll be telling you or showing you some of the things that we do in Afenya Media here, and I'll also be taking some quick messages from my sponsors, Less Kidney Care, and also Safred Global Services. Once again, my name is Dumevi Kwame Apollo. Now, what are the issues in the papers for today? A lot more hinders on Galamsey, where an illegal Galamsey task force, they call it illegal, has been discovered. But then the lands minister is also doing a few things in connection with Galamsey, and we will be talking about that. There are other issues which have also made headlines, and we will be taking them into consideration one by one. We have a few papers, over 7 papers to deal with today, and that's just like we do it. Now, let me tell you some of the things that we do here at Afenya Media and how you can also get in contact with us. So like you can see on your screen, we do news coverage. So wherever your news is, wherever you are, we can always cover your news for you. So you don't hesitate, just give us a call. It's a press conference, a release, an occasion, whatever it is, Afenya Media we'll be right here there with you to ensure that that particular news goes out so much. Then we are also doing video coverage and video ads, and I know you know what that means. We do live video streaming for all your occasions, for all your programs, for all the activities that you do. We also do artist management. Our current artist is Fiamo, and also we rent out music material equipment, okay, for spinning and all of that. Now, how do you get in touch with us? Give us a call on 0244 197 535 0244 197 535, or give us you can do that, a call, a text, anything, and we'll rightly be back to you. Can we start? I'm going to start today's papers from the Daily Graphic, and don't also once you follow any of the issues and you have any comments, please do share the comments in the comment section, and of course we'll be reading them out. Alright, so let's go on. Daily Graphic, my first paper, and the first one says government won't interfere in public varsities. This is the vice president, the history maker, Professor Jenana Apukwa, who in fact for a very long time we haven't heard of her due to health issues, but God being good, she's back. Our vice president is back, and one of the few things she has to say is being captured in the Daily Graphic. She's been back for some time now, but back to work completely, where you realize the work has started. One of the things we knew was that she was going to tackle a lot of things in education. In fact, being paired with the education minister we are poised and waiting to see a lot of changes in our educational sector. And this is the first thing she is saying, that government will interfere in public varsities. So our public universities, government says no interference, do what you are supposed to do it right, and that is all right. Then also on education, review BECE to reflect new curriculum. Review BECE to reflect new curriculum. And I think this also makes sense because some teachers were complaining the other time. They were saying that there are issues, there are certain things within the BEC questions and co that are not being covered in the curriculum, and so BEC must be tabled or must be tailored, sorry, that should be the right word, must be tailored to the curriculum. And I think yes, it just makes sense. But then WAEC defends relevance. WAEC still goes on to say some of the things that are not in the new curriculum but still in the BEC questions, still very relevant. All right, let's move on. Tax expert points out 7 bids for corruption and calls for intensified fight against graft. And so that is also it. The issue of theft, the issue of tax evasions, the issue of tax anomalies. An expert is talking about it. He has outlined 7 things he believes that are actually pushing a lot of people to be corrupt on those grounds. All right, then so that is in the Daily Graphic. We can bring you everything in the graphic, but this one says expand informal sector pension coverage. And yes, of course, so there are a lot of people in the informal sector who we don't even know that, of course, you can get yourself a pension scheme. And so if government wants to, even increase the sector, I think that is one of the things it can do. Let's talk to them. Let's bring them on board. Let them understand that they can start with that. They can all be part of it. All right. So that is it in the daily graphic. Let's move to daily guide. Daily guide says small scale miners cry to Mahama over illegal task force. Small scale miners cry to Mahama over illegal task force. And this issue of illegal task force, I don't know how illegal it is. I don't know where it came from. I don't know who is organizing such an illegal task force. Please, I'm only taking it from the papers and as they've been written in the papers. And so this calls for a lot of answers from the ministry and from the central government. But it's not just the daily guide picking this story. We have a lot of them here. When you go to the custodian says miners call on government to stop illegal task force. You don't know where the task force actually coming from, but that is also in the papers. When you go to the Chronicle has the same thing. It says anti-illegal mining operations secretariat ready to coordinate all operations. And so I think this is one of the things to avert such issues, so that everything that has to do with illegal mining, everything that has to do with the fight against Galamsey will be coordinated by one secretariat. And the lands minister averts bloody clash between National Anti-Galamsey Task Force and alleged illegal task force. I don't know why, whether legal or illegal, you are all into the same fight. So why should there be a clash? Of course, there should be, especially when it comes to issues of reportage, who reports to who is in charge, who is in command. Everybody must show their shoulders and all of that. So that will be a problem. Let's go back to the daily guide. Now, the daily guide says also on illegal mining, lead fight against Galamsey, Educhum to academia. Of course, this is a good call. It should not just be a group of people fighting Galamsey. We should all be concerned. We should all be concerned, and we should all be trying our best to fight it in our own way. My only problem is that Honorable Dr. Educhum has been the Minister for Education. If we want to say anything, that is the academia we can talk about. At least that is closely related to the academia. How much did he do to fight illegal mining? I don't know. Maybe I just didn't know. But at least there will be answers. If there has been anything he has done over the years he's been the education minister, at least we would be able to know that. But then, if now that he doesn't have the power and he's advising on any way, advices are always good. It's a good advice anyway, it's a good call. But I was only hoping that these beautiful ideas could all have been implemented when he was the minister. He should have rallied the academia to fight Galamsey and illegal mining once he was the education minister. That didn't happen. He's out now and he's calling for it. It's still a good call, but at least it came too late. All right, then let's do this from the daily guide. It's been a long time we've heard of our former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, and he is in the papers today. It says Africa needs its own rating. And so this has to do with the purported bias against Africa when it comes to economic rating by the international rating institutions and all of that. Most of our people keep saying it, that the ratings have actually not been a good one, not been favorable to the African countries. That story is somewhere else. If we get close to it, we'll bring it to you again. And yes, so GJA is going for his election, and the current president, June 4, is poised for victory. That's what the Daily Guide has for us. And good luck to all, especially GJA voter. GJA voter is electing his officers today. My good boss, Dr. Harrison Kofi Bele, standing against the current, the current GJA chairman for voter, Mr. Agbahode. This name has been troubling me. Another very good gentleman, another very great gentleman. And so I wish both of them the best of luck. Ivy, the best of luck to you as well. And Kim Freeman, the best of luck to you too. In fact, these are the people I know. And to all of the contestants, we are praying. I can say that GJA voter has been one of the most active, most effective regional branch of the Ghana Journalists Association. All right, let's move away from the Daily Guide and let's do the Informer. The OSP's issue is here. SMLGRA $500 million scandal. So you remember the SML deal and all the issues coming up with it, when Professor Jampo's name was mentioned somewhere last week and the OSP didn't take it lightly, those kind of things. Now, OSP urged to fast-track pace. I don't know who is urging, but I see Martin Stoneloss, Martin Kpebu, the private legal practitioner, who was a member of the oral committee, actually on this one with the OSP. How do they look? They look a little alike. Only that one is fairer, one is darker. All right, so that is it. Martin Kpebu, I know, is the one calling on the OSP that Charlie fast track the team, make it fast, so that we deal with these people and we move to another thing. Okay, NACOC dismantles drug cartels. So I never knew there were cartels in Ghana, and now they are being dismantled. All right. Okay, so that is it. What else do we have? Yeah, we have more things here. Exams malpractices. Minister warns teachers and students. Minister, please warn WAEC as well. Of course, the malpractices mostly come from the students and being helped by the teachers and even invigilators. But the West African Examinations Council is also guilty. I keep asking myself how the papers get leaked. They have officers who should have been signing to oaths of secrecy and confidentiality. But we see papers flying here and there. Where do these papers come from? Where from the leak? And always we are blaming the students and teachers. I agree. In fact, we cannot take them out of the whole issue. But for the malpractice, let's tackle it also from the very beginning of it. Minister, a great call, but we can also do more in that regard. Now, yesterday, Channel 1 TV organizes 2025 Agri Fair, and the turnout very high. That's what the Informer wanted us to know. Let's move to the Ghanaian Times. Government tackles Galamsey head on. Lance Minister unveils secretariat, so I talked about that, to coordinate efforts at cracking down on illegal mining. And like I said, it's an important step to take, looking at all that we have been going through in this very fight. A number of these organizations and institutions working against Galamsey must all come together in a particular way. Go make Ghana proud. Go make Ghana proud. Sports Minister charges Black Queens ahead of WAFCON. So Black Queens going into the women AFCON, let me put it that way. The minister is wishing you all well. We are also wishing you well. We are praying that this time around things will be better. Alright, then government allocates 50 million Ghana cedis to National Research Fund. That is also from our indefatigable Vice President. Anytime I use this word, with all the emotions with it, with all the strength you put into mentioning the word, then I remember my literature in English teacher and former headmaster, Beve Senior High Technical School, the Zikpito of Beve. The Akudompe Zikpito. Kosi Asio Medake, Chief Examiner. Good morning to you, wherever you are, and may your soul continue to rest in peace. And so, yeah, so that is from the Vice President, who is alerting us that 50 million Ghana cedis have been allocated to the National Research Fund. I pray that we actually research. Alright, so that is it. Ghana-India trade crosses $1 billion mark. That is also a good one to take note of. Let's go to the custodian. The custodian says, so we've dealt with the mining issues. Now we have some dicey issues here. This one says, I gave $1.5 million for NDC campaign. I gave $1.5 million for NDC campaign. This is a Singaporean actually on this one. And we've seen some papers going a little deeper. They are telling us that so let's hold on to this and let me give you from the new publisher. The new publisher says, NDC's Ashimore runs to court. I am a victim of $3 million fraud. I am no thief. Now, where did this start from? A Singaporean, I don't know if the Singaporean wants to send or has already initiated a legal action against Ashimore, who is the NDC Greater Accra chairman. When a lot of issues came in, where he has given some money to Ashimore, where he has reportedly supported the NDC campaign with $1.5 million and all of that. But Ashimore in the new publisher says no, he is innocent of all that. That is in the custodian and partly in the new publisher. Now again, so I told you about the president, former president Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, talking about the rating issue. So it's still in the custodian. Africa needs its own rating system. Akufo-Addo decries global credit bias. So he believes that they've been cheating us all this while. Now, Zoom Lion deploys 200 new trucks for waste management. Congratulations to them. They've been doing well. Recently, when the Manasseh story was successful, President John Dramani Mahama himself writing, okay, so yes, the president responding to Manasseh that the contract has ended. Zoom Lion came to say something is critical. They are saying it does not mean that they can still not put up a bid. So they are ready to put up a competitive bid on just the waste management issue. I said, let's see what happens. Okay, let's do now the new publisher mainly for you. Minority chase health minister over COVID-19. So what is the issue with COVID-19? Just recently, the University of Ghana, Legon, we heard as some people, there was supposed to be a program. Okay, if I take it that way, it will not be the best thing. So we were told that a letter came out. We saw that letter where the management of the University of Ghana said COVID-19 has resurged. COVID-19 is resurfacing, and that people should go back to, implementing those steps that we took against COVID-19 during its peak. We are talking most importantly about avoiding crowded places and areas, and actually that brought in a lot of talks. But that is all the University of Ghana came up with, and the minority said this is quite not understandable, and so the Minister for Health must come to Parliament to brief the House on issues of COVID-19. It's a good call. Yes, I believe that is not any bad call to make. Also, 3 students killed at Nkwanta Senior High School over tribal conflict. For all you know, some of these 3 kids are not even from the area. They are not even from the area. They don't even have, I don't know, I have not read the story, so I don't know. They might not even have any knowledge of whatever is happening. And this is how conflicts, armed conflict, kills our youth, kills people who are not supposed to die. Again, kids are future. We just mostly kill them because of some of these armed conflicts. I have always been waiting. What can government do on the issues of the conflict in Nkwanta? Nkwanta is a big place, and currently it is losing its attractiveness. Nkwanta keeps losing its attractiveness to some of these conflicts here and there. And so, of course, we need to do something very, very serious about it. Anyway, so that is in the that is actually in the new publisher. Now let's go to the Chronicle. Yes, let's go to, okay, we've dealt with the Chronicle already, so we can do the Inquisitor to be the last paper. Fighting Galamsey. Saboteurs frustrate Kofi Bua illegal task force derail grain. So I talked to you about the said illegal task force and how it is bringing in a lot of problems and all of that. I don't know where this said task force is actually coming from, but that is it. And you see, the issues of Galamsey, people are still looking for ways to show their power. People are still looking for ways to, oh, I'm sorry for this one. People are still looking for ways to deal with in a way that they can also make their own, small money. And I always keep telling people about this, that in this country, everybody, every single person is looking for ways to also be able to make something small. The big people are making it. If you don't do it, how you want to make them chop? All right, so that is it for today, but I've got some interesting news for you, and let me bring that one up. This is quiz competition coming in, the second edition of the Anglo Afiadengba Basic Schools quiz competition. It's Anglo Afiadengba Youth Council in partnership with Afenya Media bringing you that very one, and it's going to be hot. Last year, the participating schools, they didn't joke at all, and this year we are hoping that we will still see that happening. We have the RC, the participating schools are RC Basic School, Nyanavasa Community School, Tenge Kofe Basic School, and EP Basic School. The date is 25th July 2025. Time is 10 a.m. prompt. The venue is the EP Chapel, Anglo Afiadengba. You are to come, Charlie. A lot of things would be going on over there. And of course, if you want to sponsor this, you can call 0244 30 8284, 0244 30 8284, or you can call 0244 197 535, 0244 197 535. You can give us text messages, WhatsApp messages, whatever it is, and we will respond beautifully to you. So the second edition of the quiz competition is coming on, and you don't have to miss it. How are the schools ready? The school I used to in fact, the only school the first school that I interacted with at Anglo Afiadengba is Nyanavasa Community Basic School. All right, so time is up for me to end today's show after we've spent 5 minutes already out of the show. My name once again is Kwame Apollo. I am the citizen. Call me Dumevi, I respond. Thank you very much for joining me in today's own, and hopefully we will be back on your screen tomorrow for this very show. But don't also forget that we have other programs that will come your way today. Hopefully we will be able to bring you all these shows that are supposed to come today. 4 p.m. we'll bring you Afenya Jojo, which carries Eve, the news in Eve. Once again, do have a beautiful week, and of course, a beautiful and successful, favorable July coming your way. Have a good day. Bye-bye to all of us. Messages from our sponsors.
From anywhere in the USA to anywhere in Ghana, we manage the entire shipping process, documentation, packing, shipping, warehousing, and final delivery. We will be with you all throughout. Simply place your order and relax. Your shipment is in safe hands. At Safred Global Services, we guarantee safe and timely delivery of consignments of any size. Trust us with your packages, crates, and containers for utmost satisfaction. Our customers always come first. We at Safred Global Services provide the safest, smoothest, and fastest yet affordable sea freight forwarding assistance between the USA and Ghana. Visit our Ghana warehouse at 127 Blue Street, Enya, off the Awoshi Ablekuma Pokwasi Highway in Accra. In the USA, our office is located at 2013 Fortune Drive, Lawrenceburg, Kentucky 40342. Call us at 502-353-4600 4407 or 614-622-6977. Safred Global Services. Reliable, affordable, timely.